All right. Hi guys, it's Yazat here, artist and author. Hope you guys are great. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Hope you guys are happy to be here because I am. Nice to see you guys again. I hope you guys are, in the places that you choose to be. And yeah, you're needed, and that's what matters. So yeah, we're having a great morning. I am here and I'm drawing this art piece about the scenery that has two adults and two children. Pretty hard to see right now. Regarding my flatting. So the flatting is making it a bit hard to see. But hopefully, I think we should go into the rendering phase today. So that should be fun. I don't really use many brushes, so you don't have to worry about me switching brushes as much. I will be likely sticking to just one brush. My brush of choice typically is the Sergeant brush. I um, I will use that to do what I need to do, and yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna start using that. So I'm gonna select the Sergeant brush in my Corel Painter software. My goal here is to hopefully convince traditional artists that you can go digital. And I'm sure most of you are doing a great job there already. But for those that aren't, you have a whole new world. You know, so there's a lot here for you, and you could easily get into this. As you can see, if someone like me can do it, then you can definitely do it. That's part of the reason why I'm here. So yeah, um, just checking to see how this will fit. So I want to see where I'm going to start from. Um, I might start from the trees. I might start from the house. I might start from the people. Depends. So what my course of action is going to be. So yeah, so I'm going to have a new layer for this, and in the past, not too distant past, and it's something I still do from time to time. I feel like I tend to draw different sections of my drawings in different layers. Um, I don't think I'll be doing that today. I'm just gonna have a layer called rendering. And I'm going to um, have I will have subsequent layers likely during the course of my drawing that will be called rendering as well. So yeah, so that's my goal is to try and have as few layers as possible while trying to maximize the overall look of what I'm doing. So I will use this methodology today and hope it's gonna work because yeah, I have a bit of work ahead of me and I look forward to it and I hope you guys too. So if you're just coming, this is Yazat. I thought I was streaming already, but um, something happened and I didn't have my streaming doing what it's supposed to be doing. So rectified that. Nice to hear you guys. Hope my mic is okay as well. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna begin from. I have a rough idea how I'm gonna go about this. I always try to make things as scenic as you can when you're drawing. Always try to keep things simple too. Right, so I'm gonna go and get my brush. I have my own set of brushes I've had over the years. I don't always remember what they all are, but I do tend to select from those, and at some point, I'll have to go through every single one of them to try and figure out which ones I would like to use for you guys. But It's supposed to make things easier for you to follow, so you don't have to switch. If you're using a different software, you can always use a regular round brush, or you can use any watercolor brush that has good opacity, or you can build opacity with. What that basically means that if you do a few strokes, you'll have opacity. You're going to be able to see below the layer. So this brush kind of does everything I wanted to do. It's very 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 multifaceted. Okay, let me start with the easier thing. Let me just start with the house. As I work my way up the work my way up the game of death. I work my way up the levels of difficulty like game of death. I don't think anybody who doesn't know Bruce Lee. Like that man is amazing. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna try and do that here. Try and get a good color. So I think I'll prefer, rather than going for a grayish, I prefer to go for a creamish white. A lot of my house is white. And there's any other colors that you guys can think of that make sense. I think white makes the best sense when it comes to coloring houses. So that's you. That's a decent shade. So that's the thing about when you color. If you do all your colors in the same spot, in the same layer, it's gonna be hard for you to change the colors for those layers later. That's why I try to get the right color. But I think I've gotten something I like with this one. Looks decent. This looks decent to me, so maybe I'll stick with this one. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll try and figure it out as we go along. So as you can see, when I brush harder, more paint comes out of the nozzle, the digital nozzle. Just like it is when you paint in real life. The only difference is that it's not as realistic. Or maybe it is. I guess that can be argued these days. The level of realism that a lot of software can achieve is very possible to get real nice details. We were seeing like this, maybe it might be a good idea for me to separate the layers. I can adjust them. Only issue is my memory management. I have decent memory, but I don't know. Sometimes I have issues. As you can see, there's some time I had an issue with saving my file. Other times I don't. So it's a bit temperamental. And obviously, that's not a good thing, right? So I tend to try to avoid things that will cause me to have issues. What I can do is I can make a group, put my layers inside there, and go from there and see how that goes. I'll hopefully have my memory management. So some people like to do fills, but I don't think any artist out there really does fills at this point. You might do fills for blocking, but for nothing else. This to me is the bread and butter of drawing. For me is when you can replicate what it's like to draw on traditional media and the digital one. And as you can see, I'm able to do that with this software. There's many other wonderful software out there that you can do it with too, not just this one. So you need to look for your software of choice. Some of them give free trials, some of them are free, some of them just require a donation, you know. So whichever one you want, you go for. They all can do exactly what I'm doing here. That's why I'm kind of like software agnostic. So it doesn't matter what software I use. I'm not really tied to any software when it comes to drawing. I do have ones I use regularly, just out of habit. Like the more you use the software, the more used to are to its nuances. It has to be said, there's some software that you get used to very quickly, and those are the kind of software that I think are the best to use because when it's intuitive, it makes your drawing experience more enjoyable compared to if you have to go through hoops or you have to go through this or go through that. I'm yet to meet the software that doesn't have some kind of quirk to it though. All the way from Photoshop all the way to whichever one. They all have their quirks. You just have to use use them. Some of them are more stable than others, to be fair. Some of them are more developed than others. Some issues that may have existed in the past when I used them may not exist now. So I did have an Adobe subscription at one point. I had it for a couple of years. Then I met Affinity, and that was that. So I still think Adobe is cool. It's like the creme de la creme of drawing software. Considering that it was not really meant for drawing when they first started. When they first started making it, it was meant for photography, but photography is art, right? So photography is a huge part of drawing. So the two are very linked. It's very hard to meet a real artist who's not a photographer and vice versa. Yeah, I have my own stuff, and maybe at some point, yeah, I'll put them on my website. Make time to put my stuff on the website. You guys can get it there. By the way, my website is yazat.me, which is yazart.me. I have books on there. I write fiction, and in some cases non-fiction. I write fiction. I have a horror novel called The Jobminland Saga. That's a horror novel for the ages. If you really love horror, go get it. You won't regret it. You can get it as an ebook from my website. You can also have links from the website to go to Amazon in your country and buy it as well. You want to get the hardback or Kindle version. It's on my website, so you can download it directly on my website. Also got merch on there, drawings I've done previously. Drawings, some of which I tend to put training videos on, so look out for those. I've got music, like sentimental music stuff. I have an album out now, which I did called 12 Tribes of Yasharala, available for purchase. Other albums are going to come out as well. That one's available now, so if you want, different kind of music, something you're not really used to hearing, something that's not mainstream, you're very free to go on there and get what you like. You won't regret it. Anything you have, any queries about my site or any queries about this, what I'm doing here, please feel free to send me a chat. You can use my contact form on my website. and reach out to me. I'll do what I can to answer any queries you have. My name is Yazat, artist and author. If you'd like to reach in this channel, hope you're enjoying the presentation. I don't know what just happened. But yeah, it's just my brush just doing this thing. Right, so thank you for coming. Please enjoy. Stay. Don't forget to have your coffee, early morning coffee. If you take coffee, I don't really take coffee, but that's your thing, and that's your thing, isn't it? So yeah. Something I need to check. You guys need to please give me a few minutes. Cool. All right. So I'll continue with this drawing. And hope you guys are enjoying it. So I'm just trying to have a look at the house. And I think the shade looks the way I want it to look. Maybe I won't need to separate my layers. Just maybe. Imagine. First, I've worked on the windows first, so I can know how they're gonna affect things. Windows and door. Yeah, I'm going for the final. This is the final rendering, by the way. I'm wondering. I'm not doing any more flatting. It's a final render. So maybe we'll finish it today, maybe finish it tomorrow, maybe finish it next week. I don't know, we'll see. Just have to take your time. Take our time and try and get the best rendering that we can. For me, it's about cleanliness. Cleanliness is close to godliness. So try to keep all my stuff clean and neat. And that's kind of my goal when I draw, is to give all my art an expected end. So whenever you look at it, a line, it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then it's for a reason. I don't know about drawing other stuff because I write horror, so I might draw some stuff to do with horror, but I don't think I can do it on here, to be honest. So I think that stuff's allowed. I can draw nice fluffy trees. Don't get me wrong, I don't dislike drawing these. I don't dislike drawing these. I don't dislike. Yeah, I don't dislike drawing these. I'm taking my grammar. So everything's an opportunity to learn. Drew the teacup on my YouTube channel on the live video was a bit all over the shop for reasons that I was really say, but yeah, it's there. I want to see more live videos I have about drawing real life stuff. I have one on YouTube. It has that same name. I think I have a link for it on my profile here. It's a shame that the lives here don't really last long, but I can imagine how a kind of logistical hell would be like saving people's lives, because there's so many people doing lives on Twitch, like millions of people making like what, trillions of terabytes. Would be like a logistical nightmare trying to save all that stuff. So yeah, I think I can understand why they wouldn't want to save stuff. I mean, they still need enough space to save you for 7 days, which must be hard enough for them as it is. Yeah, it's a giveaway platform. You want to keep your stuff permanently online. Google, they tend to have unlimited storage. They have cloud, so they can like scale their software very easily to be able to take all those extra terabytes. Uh, those are extra petabytes because the amount of data that these companies have to deal with is insane. It really and truly is insane. So you have to excuse them. We need to understand that can be that easy to run a company. That much space. No matter how the economies of scale work when they buy this, when they buy the hardware in bulk, it's still going to cost. They say a lot of stuff is in the cloud. It's not an actual cloud. It's just software. It's just basically software that's called cloud. The software that basically runs on a virtualized piece of hardware and can be scaled easily. Resources can be added or removed. Software can be created and destroyed with relative ease. You can also scale things up or scale things down as needed. And many big companies are doing it. But when you see companies having to come up with their own cloud solution, then that lets you know that they need to have a way to manage those expectations of having to deal with people's data and store that data for X amount of time. And we have to be realistic. I don't know if liquid servers exist, but that would be the kind of servers that would be needed. You know, servers that can take like unimaginable amounts of data, and they also have access. You have access to every sector of that information on those servers, because a lot of times when you have a lot of space, it's very easy for some of those sectors to go bad on a hard drive. I'm not so sure about SSD. But yeah, it's never a straightforward thing when it comes to customer data. So we need to be a bit more patient with companies that handle data, because data is data. People have very little stuff on their accounts, and some people have a lot of stuff in their accounts. And you have to multiply this by what? Billions of people? You also have to think about people making multiple accounts as well, making backup channels. So one person could have a whole slew of data spread across multiple channels. So it's not easy to keep that data shelved, but the big ones know how to do it. The Amazons and the Googles and the Microsofts, I guess. Microsoft doesn't have any kind of platform I'm aware of. They do have their own cloud. I can't think of any platform they have that utilizes it to that level, unless it's gaming, unless it's Xbox Live or something. Google didn't used to, but Google purchased the biggest platform, so now they're that platform in it. So that's how it works. You don't have a stake in something; you basically purchase the next big thing in that field. And now you're a big player at Adobe. Adobe purchases a lot of these upcoming companies. They purchased Algorithmic, who used to do who do Substance Painter, Designer, all those brands, one of the bigger ones. Give them a reason to launch new versions of their software into the market, right? So they always have something new to offer. Just keep everything fresh that way. A lot of times it's just about keeping things fresh. I find a lot of companies struggle with releasing new features. You go back to a lot of software, even with Photoshop, and you see that the core functionalities that the software enjoyed then they were groundbreaking and still what are in use now. They're still the main things in use now. So you can get like a CS6 and you don't really need to get anything else really. But yeah, they pulled all those in the market, so don't move. They have that, you don't really need to get anything else. I bought my share of Adobe products even though I had a subscription, so I know. One of the hardest things is always trying to add something new. And that's kind of like what it is as an artist. You know, you always have to do something in your art piece that will attract viewers. When they see it, there's something striking about your art piece that will keep them looking at it. It's one of the reasons why people like the Jean Michel Basquiat, because his art piece was very with untrained eye it looked pedestrian, but when you looked a bit deeper, you see a lot of things in there that you never thought was even in there. Every piece has to be like that, right? I think every artist has a bit of that in them, at the very least. There's not one piece you're going to draw that's going to turn heads. Some of you might never get to draw that piece because you don't believe you have what it takes, or you don't think you have the time. That's why you gotta make time to decide I'm gonna do this no matter what. I'm gonna make it happen. It takes me 5 minutes a day. That's a good sacrifice to make. Everybody has what they're doing. For 5 minutes a day goes a long way. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. You have to start from somewhere. Build yourself up. Artists are very hopeful people. You know that to build a masterpiece, it never takes one day to do it. You must always appreciate the passage of time and who made time. Understand that time is a construct that can be used for or against you. Something that you have to understand, like everything else in life, can be learned. Time is one of them. Time can be a friend, time can be an enemy. It just depends on what you're trying to do, what you're not doing. Many people I've known, professionals, who never neglect their artistic side. One of them, they always have to do what pleases your inside, A lot of times when you try to work on things that you like, drawing a cat, drawing a dog, drawing a street corner, you don't really have a lot of people that's gonna sit there cheering you on, you know. When you do have someone like that cheering you on, appreciate that. I know I've said it before, but I'm saying it. Appreciate people who take the time to cheer you on because there are not many. If you think they're not. There's not many people out there who will cheer you on to do well or succeed in what you're doing and who think about other people before they think about themselves. Who truly have a big heart. A lot of people you think they have a big heart, but they don't really. You could be mistaken to think they have a big heart. A lot of times we find ourselves trying to afford people certain characteristics that they are not, just because that's who you happen to be yourself, or it's a characteristic that you appreciate. If someone tells you who they are, you should believe them. They're constantly showing you something else different from what you think they are, then that is literally who they are. Like a woman who likes you. She likes you, you don't have to talk too much to her before she will want to talk to you. Always the one initiating things every 5 seconds, then that's probably a dead ringer that she doesn't really like you. And you should probably move on and stay single. Better to be single than to be in something that you have no control over. You don't control anything in this world. So to make the best of what hand you're dealt. As an artist, sometimes one of the things you find for artistically inclined people is a lack of desire. And then when there is a desire, there's lack of opportunity. And when there is an opportunity, there's a lack of support. There's always some kind of obstacle in the way of you being your best self. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect before you start to do something, you probably will be in the grave before you know it. That's why you should not wait. As long as you're breathing, Well, get out there and do that thing, man. Take that time out of your day and get wasted. Get invested in your stuff. Get invested in what your skills are. Develop those skills. You never know if you'll need those skills one day. That's kind of what happened to me. You have to believe in yourself no matter what and keep going. Skills pay the bills, man. It's about what you have to offer. That's the world we live in. What do you bring to the table? Applies to everyone, not just women. Having said that, so for some, it's a foregone conclusion. It's something that they already know. For some others, it's something that you have to teach them. And the reality of life is that sometimes people just don't have time to teach anyone anything because at the end of the day, we all grew up in a household. We all had to deal with adversity. We all had to deal with people in our lives who didn't necessarily like us. They want us to do well. They necessarily have the best thoughts towards us. We all had to do with people that wanted us to fail. For some reason. Not sure why, though. It just happens to be how life is sometimes. So what you find in this life is that again, it comes back to appreciation. If someone is ready to teach you something, be appreciative because there's a lot of people out there who would never teach you anything, even if your life depended on it. Even if they knew this would take you to the next level, they rather, I don't know, they rather like do something bad themselves rather than teach you that thing. So, kind of sad, but that's the reality of life. The sad indictment of life we find ourselves living in this world. People are always very quick to show you the door rather than show you what you need to get ahead. But having said that, there's people out there who are ready to show you the right way to do things, ready to put themselves in that position of uncomfortability for you. Doesn't mean they're stupid. Everybody knows, everybody has a calling in this world. The people who are here to teach, who are here to drag you down. You know, you have to be very careful which you hang around, which of those you hang around, which of those you put in your life. Right, so as you can see, I've just selected another color. I think I've reached a good point with my house, the white color or cream. If it's too creamy, I'll stick with it. And now I'm going down the routes. I'm digging my heels in and just painting the whole thing on one layer. I don't know if I'll paint the whole thing on one layer, but we'll see. So you never ever force anyone to teach you anything because you don't know what they went through to learn that thing themselves. When we go to jobs and people out there take the time to teach you something, be grateful. Some people that will teach you that job and they will not teach you everything about that job. The people who teach that job and they will teach you even more on what that job entails. So be grateful for your teachers. And there's people out here who take teachers for granted. I don't know why. They look at the teacher and think, oh, your teacher, he's not earning anything, he's not earning much money, he's blah, 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 this, that. They never do that because teachers are very important people in society. Teachers are the ones who craft society, are the ones who will go behind the scenes and speak to the head mistress and say, listen, this doesn't make any sense. We need to remove this program or this one. We need to fight for this. I've looked it up, done my research, and I don't think this makes any sense. I think we you know, need to put something in place to help these kids know that's actually useful. There are teachers out there like that. Unfortunately, a lot of those teachers get canned by the school because it's convenient for them. But eventually, those same people that canned them are the ones who are going to end up probably losing their job in the end. Those policies that the teacher foresaw that would be a problem will end up coming to bite them in the proverbial behind. So, so we need visionaries, and sometimes they come in the form of teachers. Some of the greatest men, greatest leaders were teachers at one point in their lives. And that shows you a desire to teach people, a desire to be empathetic, a desire to put people through. And to say, when you want to master something, become a teacher. That's why a big part of being a professor is you going and teaching. Because it's like a given. It's like everyone is like, it's an open secret. Everyone knows this. You know that for you to become proficient, you have to know that thing to the level that you can teach it. And sometimes when you're teaching people something, you start to think to yourself, oh, this is what this is. That's why I'm here. One of the reasons, like I told you before, I have reasons for being here. One of them is that too. Because teaching is it's another way to become proficient in something. It's a way to give back to your society. But I'm not saying I'm anywhere near people like who help people and go out and go to hospitals and help the kids and all this stuff. That's some cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff, and that's what we all need to be doing. Maybe we never know how things will develop from here. Just leave everything in God's hands and just keep going, keep building. Because God always has the best intentions towards us, and we should have the best intentions toward others as a result. I want people to use this as a means to be inspired. So that yes, some people out there care, may not be paying your bills or um, tutoring you directly in your house, but this should hopefully help you. And if you don't want to draw along, just watch. Because if I can do this, then you can do it yourself as well. Sometimes I have issues with this brush, and maybe I'm have to select something else, but maybe I'll just stick with it, see where it leads. Whenever you use a Cintiq, let me know in the chat. How brilliant is a Cintiq? Maybe some of the issues I have with this will not exist with a Cintiq. I don't know. It's all good. This is Yazat, artist and author, just in case you're just arriving at the channel. Welcome. Happy to have you. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Hope you are wonderful. Family is wonderful. You are wonderful. Mine is wonderful. Had a great night's sleep. If it's still night in your place, you're taking it easy. I'm trying to get the profile of this door. Um, I think, I think I would try. I will do my best to maybe use the same color. I don't think I'll use it everywhere else. I'll just use it for my house, and I'll use a lighter shade of brown for environment. Then I'll shade everything. Then it should be good. I'm a simple man. See color, I just click. Right, filling things out, filling this shades out, so there's none of the block color peeking through. Gray. Hmm. Right, so I'm gonna see what this looks like. Distance, pretty decent, I guess. Looks about okay. I think I'll move on. Right, so I'm drawing the of all of this using shift to get a straight line. Just do it in the middle. Oh, percent too hard. It's gone white. Interesting. Then I press Alt. Okay, I will have to think about what I'm gonna do. When it comes to drawing really tiny details, it gets a bit iffy. This brush. Right, guys, I need to please give me a few minutes. Hey all, thanks a lot for your patience. I had some issues again, and as you can see, some my work has been erased. So um, I'll have to do certain things again, and as frustrating as it is for you, it is for me as well. You probably wonder to yourself, why is this software? Well, I like software, and when you do finish stuff with it, it tends to be really nice. You know, I kind of thought I saved it previously, but I guess I didn't save it. And, I waited for a while, so tried to save it intermittently. Didn't work too well. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a different brush. Mm. Let's try something else quickly. Let's go back to Sergeant Brush again. We have the right color. So I'm gonna have to select the right color. Thanks a lot for your patience, guys. Really appreciate it. This is Yazat, artist and author. I am drawing this art piece as something that you're supposed to enjoy and something you're supposed to, know, basically follow along with. If you want to do so, you can draw with me, or you can just watch what I'm doing. You just watch the video when I'm done at your own pace. See what I'm doing. I believe everyone could be an artist in some way, form, or fashion. It doesn't have to be this kind of artist. That's a tree that you get involved in. Anything else that you like making what do you call this? Making cards, painting, figures, writing. I did a bit of writing as well. I have a novel called Dreamland Saga on my website, which is a horror novel. If you like horror, please get it. You'll love it. It's on yazard.me, which is yazart.me. It's out now and it's freely available for you to see and for you to buy. I'm going to reduce my brush size, try and get in between these. It's also giving me a bit more leeway. I still like the Sergeant brush, very artistic brush. I was having some issue with this side of the of my door. So let's see if this brush will help. I don't know if it's from a previous layer. It might be from a previous layer. They should hopefully rectify it. Okay, it wasn't too hard now, was it? Check something. Why is it so tiny now? I think I did that myself, but that adjustment. I need this brush because it helps with tiny details. I need that. So maybe I have to rely on this. Let me think. That's what it is. Sergeant brush is better for bigger details. This one is better for smaller details. You have to look for better brush, more exciting brush. I don't like Sergeant, but this does more in certain situations. It should be fine. Release my shift. Another thing, this brush is not pressure sensitive, so if I press it hard, it doesn't get bigger. Maybe it does. It doesn't get bigger. So, that's cool. This is supposed to be at an angle. More perspective. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna do all the metals now. Four windows. Very straightforward. Right, trying to get those dimensions. I'm gonna do the middle pane. It's a 4-pane window. I'm supposed to draw the middle as well, actually. So guys, as you can see, it's straightforward to do this kind of work. I'm not trying to sell it like, oh, it's like the easiest thing ever. I'm just trying to say like, if I can do it, you can do it. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can definitely do this. Let's see that before. I'll do it again. Okay. It's time to work on these windows. I'm gonna go for a darker shade. First I'm gonna save. Just mess about. Maybe a bit much, but let me see if it's okay or not. This might be okay. What do you think, Chad? I think this is fine. I have no idea. Maybe I do. Yeah, I think it needs to be darker. Okay. So this is not what I want really. guess a bit better. Okay. I think what I need to do now is I need to first switch off my sketch. Let's see if I can figure out how I'm gonna get this to look. It's also lights, I guess, like a real painting. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? And here you have it, folks. Beauty of painting. You don't have to copy anyone's style. Just have your own style. Be yourself. Do what you think is in your head. It just might work out. That is, if you have anything in your head. Your brain is empty, then how much you can do about that, can you? You can see them going. Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's too far away to say anyway. So yeah, I like to do another shade, but I can't be bothered. So I'm just trying to get the shadows. When you have sunlight, shadows are not a given. Shadows can come from any angle. My favorite kind of art, but sometimes I just can't be bothered to do shading. Can't be bothered to do light sources and stuff sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I'm all about light sources. As you can see, I'm trying to keep this straight as I can. Trying to keep it logical, right? So you can see there how this is. I'm not really too concerned about how bright or how dark my painting is. I can always adjust it in Affinity Photo later on. So choose. So it's not really a thing of contention. It's just a simple drawing, nothing too complicated. Nothing too complicated. So I'm just trying to do something simple. So like this is facing up. So my angle here is kind of wrong. It should be, the shadow should be from here. But then I place, this one can be straight, this one can be Yeah. I need to erase side on the window. Mm. This brush is too big. Let me just do it again. Okay. Still not good. Look again. Better. Nope. I'll try and do everything again. Scratch. It's good. Bring it down small. Get lazy. Mm-hmm. Yep. We're good. Right. We have that down now. Let's see about um, thinking what the best thing to do now. Finish off with the house. We'll just go out from there. Finish off the house. Then we do the fence. Then we do the grounds. Probably before I do the grounds, I will do the characters, and then I will the scenery. Go from there. Yeah. Let's see. Hey yo, thanks so much for your patience. That's something up quickly. Okay, see. still have some time left. So let's see if I can do the roof. Get that done. I need to think, what color are we going with for the roof? That's an interesting color. Maybe red. Yeah, something that's non-dull. I don't want to have, because this whole scene is brown. They use a shade of brown for the roof. By the way, guys, I might decide to still like when it comes to drawing, it's never really over, right? So you can always keep coming back and keep adding details and whatnot. So that's like what I'm gonna do if I feel the need to do so. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so basically I'm going to use red for the roof. And I'm going to see. I might not be sticking with the same brush. Try a different brush this time. You guys will have to bear with me while I do so, because either that or I have to go to intermission while I find a good brush. Rather than do that, let me just keep yours on and see if I find anything in my stash that's going to do what I need. Mm, okay, might come in useful. Okay, I'll stick with this brush first. Do my initial rendering, then I'll look for another brush to add details to this. So let me come here, let me try and figure out what color we're gonna go for, like an oil, like an orangish red, into the effect. A bit too red, right? Maybe a lighter shade. Nothing is not say that things can be that red in real life. That might be better. Right. Okay, I think we'll stick with this. We'll just give it a once over and see how it goes. Just giving it this coat. Then I'm gonna detail it, and should be pretty much done after that point. That's fine. Come and do something else here. No biggie. So I'm changing my brush size as I paint. Make sure I can get those crevices without going too far inland. That makes any sense. So I call these roof tiles. Make sure I get everything. I have to come back. What's your favorite kind of roof? May I ask if any artist in the room, just let me know. Send it to me by chat. Let me know what kind of roofs you like to draw, or what roof you think would be more appropriate. I'd like to know. My name is Yazat, in case you're just joining this channel. I'm an artist and an author. I am drawing this art piece as a way for me to display to traditional artists that it is possible for you to translate your skills from that medium to the digital medium with relative ease. And if someone like me can do it, then you can. I'm also here to also teach what I know, to help anyone who needs it, and to encourage you as well that you're awesome and you can do this. You can do what I do. If you so choose, it's also a way for me to learn too. I love to learn, and the way I find that, like everybody else knows, the best way to learn is to teach. Be willing to teach others, and God will bless you. You'll be able to have more ability in that thing that you're doing. That's what I've experienced in life. So I'm benefiting from this just as much as anybody else is here. So I hope that you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Because I love being here teaching you guys. I'm also here to learn as well. Anything that you feel would be useful for my journey, let me know what that would be. I'd love to know. What is an island? The moment you stop learning, you're dead. There's no line in the grave. So, by God's mercy, I intend to do all my learning here now. Anything you feel I need to learn, please let me know. Pop me a message, send me a chat, send me whatever you think I need. I will listen as needed. So I'm just trying to do some demarcating because I do plan to take the liner off. So from time to time, I will take off the liner to see what this looks like. It took me a while to get to that level, and I hope I can do that here. safely. Just kind of doing some demarcations with the shading these tiles. So it's a bit of work. That's life, man. Life is about work. Doing the right kind of work. That's what I intend. Um, any artists here have your own channels? Let me know, please, so I can come see you, do your thing. Come see you do your, do your special work. I'd love to see how you guys operate here on Twitch. I'm not really new to Twitch, but I'm kind of new to the. I'm not new, but I'm kind of new to certain things here. So, any information you have, anything that you think would be useful, let me know, please. That'll be brilliant. I'd like this to be realistic, but I want to be able to take off the line out. So I need to literally darken every one of these without leaving any parts unshaded. So we know, okay, this is where the tile starts, and so on. What sort of scenes do you like to see? I don't necessarily do requests, but I'd like to know what you think. What scenes you think are useful or cool to do in this that you like to watch. Let me know what they are. Tell me on chat. Also, tell me how your day is going. If it's going great. If you are cool. You are having a great time. I'm not gonna have these pieces I'm gonna be able to do online, but I'm just enjoying the experience myself, enjoying the moment. Not making any promises. I'm just grateful to be here, doing my thing. Hope you guys are also enjoying having a good time being here as well. I don't know what this is I'm drawing. This is a roof. I'm drawing the tiles on the roof, trying to shade them. So with time I'll be able to take off these tiles, pick up the sketch, display the drawing behind it, display it accurately. That's the goal. And to keep my work simple, not overcomplicate things. I spent pretty much this whole week so far drawing this. And there's people out there who could probably draw this in like 2 seconds, but I'm not one of those people, even though I know I have the ability to draw fast if I so choose to. But this is going the way it's going, and I'm happy the way it's going. So and make the best of this. When we finish this, we'll go to other things. Like I'm going to do a few more things like these because I think it helps for me to focus on, going back to this mindset of drawing scenery. Because I think I've been drawing a lot of characters, and my backgrounds have been more esoteric than anything. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'm losing my touch. I'm losing the desire to bother myself drawing backgrounds. The reason why I don't usually draw backgrounds, I draw characters, so the background doesn't detract from the character. Having said that, backgrounds are very important to an artist. It's an artist's lifeblood, his backgrounds. So you have to know how to draw backgrounds. I've always been drawing backgrounds, but sometimes if you don't do stuff, I tend to be. I don't really get rusty, but you tend to just kind of miss it. So I do want to do more of these, focus a lot more on scenery, characters in them. Focus more on things like this. That's fun. And when I finish shading these, I'm gonna call it a day. I have roughly 5 minutes left of this live. Hope you guys have had a good time so far, and don't forget to please tell your friends about me. They don't know I exist. It'd be nice to have a bit more company here. Telling me what's going on in their lives and let me know, what's happening with you and what it is that you like to see, what it is that you're watching in terms of art stuff. What sort of stuff are people interested in these days? Remember getting into those sort of things. It's always a learning experience for me. So that's I hope it will be for all of us. Here to learn and here to embrace new experiences. So yeah, for there's always a new journey around the corner. Just like Ryu. Ryu is always on the move. Never stops. He never contemplates being bored. He knows there's always going to be a new challenge. That's how it is for me as an artist. Like there's always something new to imbibe, something new to learn. That's like how NFTs came. That's like how AI came. Like there's always something new. And I'm pretty much on top of those aspects. Anything else out there that's cool, they think I should know about. That would be nice. It'd be like not like an up to date thing. Everyone brings their ideas and everybody gets ideas and everyone's inspired. It's always nice to inspire people. Other than going out there and spending your money on stuff that don't really matter. It's always better to be inspired and do stuff that's useful for your time. That's what I espouse. So I tend to focus on things that would be useful, not just me, but to my neighbor, everyone around me. I happen to have these skills and as well use what I have. Everybody has what they have that's useful to the world and bring out to the world. They need to just decide that's what they want to do. Use gifts Your God-given gifts for good things. That's what it is. The devil walketh about as a roaring lion seeking whom to devour. Make sure that your skills are used for good things. Otherwise, they'll be misused. Don't want that. Okay. Almost there. Do some of this. One extra stuff I need to do before I will finish these tiles, but I won't do it today. I'll probably do it next time I come on live tomorrow, same time, 9:30. Please be patient with me. If you don't see me exactly 9:30, just give me some time. I will show up shortly. I had some stuff I needed to sort out. That's why I had to go on a bit later than I expected. You just know that I'm here for you guys, and I appreciate you guys, your views. I appreciate you watching what I'm doing, and I appreciate you being here. And yes, I'm going to keep doing my best here. The time I will make the best of it. Okay, so that's it. I might have to use something darker. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what that looks like. So not bad, actually. Alright, guys, we've reached the end of this stream. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to visit me and watch what I'm doing. Hope you guys had a great time like I did. Thank you very much for showing up. It's something that I really, really cherish, and I can't overstate how appreciative I am of your inputs and of you supporting me. Please don't forget to follow me, recommend me to please recommend me to your friends. Let me know what you need. I'll do what I can to help when it comes to this stuff I'm doing with the drawings and commentary and stuff. Let me know if there's anything that you have, any queries on. Don't forget, you're loved. My website is Yazat, which is yazart.me. That's ME. I have a horror novel on sale. It's called the Jomelan Saga. It's 4-part series novels, and it's something I'm sure you would love. I also have music on there. I have an album that's out. It's called 12 Tribes of Yesharala. You can get that as well if you like cool listening. I've got merchandise on the website. I've also got stationery. Feel free to go on there and see what you like. Get what you want. This is Yazat, artist and author. I'm over and out. Have a good day. Ciao.